welcome to our virtual Van Gogh to Play-Doh. So today we're going to be talking all about movement and how we move our bodies in art. But before we get started, parents, if you want to grab a few materials, I'm going to be using this washcloth. It can be a towel or a blanket if you don't have a washcloth. The second thing I'm going to be using is this washboard. And if you don't have a washboard, you can use a cutting board or a hard surface that's flat. And then the last thing that I'm going to be using is this big orange bucket. Now I'm sure many of you don't have a big orange bucket, so you can use a bowl or a big container. So if you want to go gather up those three things, we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to be talking about this painting right here. It is in our Women in the Collection exhibit, and the title is Wash Day in the Plains by Minerva Teichert. Now, can anybody tell what these women are doing? What are they doing? They're washing their clothes. Do you wash your clothes like this? How do you wash your clothes? I usually use my washer and dryer, but these women lived a long time ago, and they were pioneers, so they had to travel from one end of the country to the other. And this was before planes or cars were invented or a washer and dryer was invented, so they had to walk all the way, and they had to do their laundry or wash their clothes outside. So we can see how these women wash their clothes. First, they would boil some water right over here, and then they would put the hot water that they boiled in this bucket right here. And this woman, she's scrubbing. So can everybody follow me and do this motion? She is scrubbing her clothes, scrubbing all of the dirt out with soap and hot water. Okay, then the second thing they would do is right here. They would wring their clothes out. So they would wring it out. Can everybody follow me? Wring it out. Wring all the water out. Perfect. So then they would shake it out right here. This woman right here, she's shaking. She's shaking her clothes out. And this would get all of the extra water and wrinkles out. So they would scrub, wring, and shake it out. And because they didn't have dryers, they had to hang their clothes up in the sun for the sun to dry. So we're gonna hang our clothes up. So can everybody hang your clothes up? Perfect. So we scrub, wring, shake, and hang our clothes up. So I think we're ready to grab our materials, and I'm gonna grab my washcloth, and first, what's the first motion? We have to scrub. We have to scrub. Awesome. Can everybody scrub their clothes? Great. Okay, I think this is scrubbed. So then what's the next motion? We have to wring it out. We have to wring our clothes out. Wring it out. Get all of the extra water out. Perfect. Okay, what's the next motion? We have to shake. We have to shake our washcloth out, our clothes out. Okay, then the last motion, we have to hang our clothes up to dry. So we don't have to dry our clothes anymore, right? We can put it in the washer. Well, what do you do when all of your clothes are ready to be put away? What do? You have to fold them. And if you don't know how to fold, that's okay. You can ask for help. So we're gonna fold our washcloth. I'm gonna fold it over a couple of times. Done. It's ready to be put away. Awesome, you guys are so great. You did such a great job. And we learned all about how we move our arms just like these women, and you moved like these women in art. That's pretty cool. You guys did so great. Thanks for joining. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. Okay, so we are ready to do our art project. So we just looked at this painting and how we move our bodies like these women do, and how we wash our clothes. And we talked about how they have to hang their clothes up to dry, right? We have to hang up our clothes. So we are gonna make these little washwoman clothespins, and I'm gonna do a quick tutorial to show you how we make them. So what you're gonna need is a clothespin like this, some scissors, a Sharpie, a muffin tin, a piece of cloth, and a piece of yarn. Now I'm using a hot glue gun, but you can use any type of glue. You can use Elmer's glue, anything to kind of make things sticky. So we're gonna start by taking our clothespin, and I'm gonna use this piece of cloth for her shirt or her blouse. So all I'm gonna do is take the glue stick or the glue gun and just do a little line of glue, and then I'm gonna stick the piece of cloth on it. Then I'm just gonna roll it around. Then I'm gonna do one more little thing of glue to secure the other end. And I'm gonna do one more because I'm feeling extra secure. Perfect, okay, so now she's got her top part. Awesome. Now we're gonna use our muffin tin. What I like to do is fold it in half. And I'm gonna take my scissors and just do a little snip in the middle. And sometimes it might need to be a bigger snip, just play around with it. So I'm gonna do just a little bit of a bigger hole so we can get this over her head. And it might need to be a little bit bigger, just depending on the size of your clothespin. Okay, I think this is ready. Oops. So I like to stick it over her head, but you can try putting it underneath her little legs as well. And I'm just gonna slide it through. Awesome. Okay, there's her skirt. So we've got her body done. Now we're gonna move on to her eyes. I'm gonna take my Sharpie and do a little face. I'm just gonna do two eyes and a smiley face, but you can decorate her head however you want. And then if you have extra pieces of cloth, you can put a bonnet on, like this one that she has a little bonnet that you can just take extra scraps of fabric and glue it on there. But we're just gonna do some braids on this one. So I'm gonna take my yarn and I'm gonna glue on top of her head, just do a little bit of glue. And I'm gonna stick the yarn on top. And now she has braids. That's it. You guys are good to go. Hope you have fun.